Daniella Monet just shared a wedding anniversary story that sounds sweet on the surface. But the deeper you look, the more surprising it becomes. Because this wasn't a fairy tale castle wedding. It wasn't a red carpet moment. And it definitely didn't follow Hollywood's usual rules. What she revealed has fans rethinking what happily ever after really looks like. It all starts with a simple sentence that quietly stopped people in their tracks. On her anniversary, Daniella said she would marry her husband the exact same way again. No hesitation, no regrets. And that's when fans realize there's a lot more behind this love story than most people ever noticed, because Daniella Monet didn't rush into marriage. In fact, she waited years. She and Andrew Gardner were together a long time before he ever popped the question. Reports say they dated for about 6 years, building something steady and private, far from the chaos of Hollywood relationships that flame out overnight. And when the engagement finally happened, it wasn't flashy or publicized in advance. Andrew carved "Marry Me" into a tree near their home. Quiet, personal, almost old school. But that moment was only the beginning. What surprised fans even more was what came next. Daniella and Andrew didn't sprint to the altar. They built a family first. They welcomed their son, Joe, and later their daughter, Ivory, years before officially saying "I do." In an industry obsessed with timelines and optics, this raised eyebrows. Fans online speculated. Some wondered why they hadn't gotten married yet. Others assumed there must be drama behind the scenes. But Daniella stayed silent, choosing privacy over explanations. And that silence made people even more curious. Then, without warning, everything changed in late 2022. Daniella quietly revealed that she and Andrew had already tied the knot. No countdown, no exclusive wedding spread, just a courthouse ceremony marked by black and white photos and a simple date, December 29, 22. No over-the-top dress reveal, no celebrity guest list, just two people making it official in the most low-key way possible. And for longtime fans, that choice felt almost shocking, because this was a former Nickelodeon star, a familiar face from one of the loudest, most colorful eras of kids' TV. And yet here she was, choosing simplicity over spectacle. Some fans were confused. Others were deeply moved. But Daniella's message was clear: this wedding wasn't about impressing anyone else. And what she shared recently makes that even clearer. On their anniversary, instead of posting something generic, Daniella reflected on the choice itself. She talked about how peaceful it felt, how right it felt, and how, if she had to do it all over again, she wouldn't change a thing. That single line sent fans into full reflection mode. Because in a world where celebrities constantly upgrade, redo, and rebrand their lives, Daniella seemed genuinely content. But that raised a bigger question. Why did she wait so long? Fans have speculated that becoming parents first changed how she viewed marriage. Others believe stepping away from the spotlight gave her clarity about what really mattered. There's no official explanation, but her actions speak louder than any interview ever could. She didn't need a massive moment to validate her relationship. She needed something real, and that mindset didn't come out of nowhere. For years, Daniella slowly pulled back from acting, choosing family life over non-stop projects. While many child stars struggle with identity after fame, she seemed to quietly rebuild hers. No public breakdowns, no explosive scandals, just a deliberate shift toward a calmer life. And fans now believe that choice directly influenced how she approached marriage. Still, not everyone was convinced at first. Some online voices questioned whether a courthouse wedding meant compromise. Others wondered if they planned a bigger ceremony later. Rumors suggested they might renew vows or celebrate privately down the line. But Daniella never fed into that chatter. Instead, she doubled down on the idea that love doesn't need an audience. And that's what makes this story stick. Because at the same time she's celebrating this grounded, drama-free marriage, Daniella is quietly preparing for a major career return. Reports say she's set to reprise her iconic role as Trina Vega in a new Netflix project, marking a full-circle moment for fans who grew up watching her. The timing feels symbolic: personal stability on one side, professional revival on the other. And suddenly, the courthouse wedding makes even more sense. She built her foundation first. She chose her partner. She chose her family. And only then did she circle back to the spotlight on her own terms. That's a narrative we don't often see in Hollywood, where everything is usually rushed, public, and performative. Fans are now looking back at her journey with fresh eyes. The long engagement, the kids before marriage, the quiet ceremony, the lack of spectacle. It all paints a picture of someone who refused to let outside expectations dictate her life. And that realization has sparked a wave of admiration online. Because maybe the most unexpected part of Daniella Monet's love story isn't how romantic it is, but how normal it feels. No chaos, no messy headlines, no explosive breakups, just growth, patience, and intention. And in today's celebrity culture, that might be the most shocking twist of all. So the real question fans are asking now isn't why she chose a courthouse wedding. It's whether more celebrities will start following her lead. Do you think Daniella Monet cracked the code to lasting love in Hollywood, or is this kind of story still the rare exception?